Hello everybody, I'm Sarah with an H, and you know it's got that H because guess what? I'm a hustler too, aka Seth's manager while he's on the road. Best believe I'd be doing that while he's on the road and I'm at home. So stay tuned for this video because I got a lot in store for you. I'm going to tell you about what it's like for me at home, and hopefully you can relate. If your man's out on the road, let's relate with each other. Stay tuned for this video. I'm not gonna lie, Seth and I have a fairly healthy codependency. So adjusting to him being gone has been a little bit hard, but I'm finding a routine. You know, some people's husbands, they don't really help them very much anyway, so like their husbands being gone wouldn't be anything different to them. And I'm not bashing anybody, but you know, like Seth really does, he helps me with everything. Like when he's home, there's not much that I even have to worry about with the kids. If he sees me getting at all overwhelmed, he just like steps in and he's like literally my savior. You know, my job is basically keeping the kids fed, making sure their needs are met. When they need help with things with school, I do that sort of thing. You know, I'm not the type of mom who, like, I find it hard to play with the kids a lot of the time. So that's usually Seth's job. Or like the baby loves to be held by him, which is cool. I'm still nursing the baby. She's 16 months now. So I mean, I hold her a lot. I'm nursing her all day. So when well, not all day, but like she's a mama's girl a lot of the time. She likes to be on my lap a lot. So I'm always with the baby, and then he's helping the other kids and you know, spending time with the teenager. He's like pretty much the fun dad, but like he'll help me pick up the house and stuff, and you know, peel Rowan, our 5-year-old, an orange, you know, just stuff like that. But I'm pretty spoiled when he's home. Like I said, there's not much that I have to worry about. Like I just do what I gotta do, and he fills in wherever I need him. So when he leaves to go on the road, it's usually like a Monday, and we'll wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get my daughter ready for school, and he'll kind of help me with that, or he's around when the other kids wake up. Sometimes they wake up before she has to go out to the bus, you know, so he'll help them while I'm getting her ready, and then he'll just like take her out to the bus, which is really cool because you know, it's really cold here in Minnesota. So you know, he always just like does the hard work. Like if you watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like Seth's work is the Charlie work, which is like all the stupid shit, but he has like no problem doing it, and like he's such a big help to me. So you can imagine that when he leaves on Monday, you know, at around probably late afternoon is when he gets his first run. You know, I'm like, okay, so, oh shit. Like, what am I gonna do? So, you know, 2 of the kids are at school, and I usually have the baby and the 5-year-old home with me. And first things first that I usually do is I make sure the house, I get to cleaning everything in the house, because when he's home, like I said, he does help me, but we let things slide a little bit because our main concern when he's home and we're all being a family isn't having a super clean house or anything. Like, we definitely play hard. We spend quality time, and you know, we prioritize our time. Some people prioritize their time, you know, like a major priority to them is having a spotless house all the time, and that's just not one of ours. So yeah, when he leaves, I end up just cleaning the whole entire house because I know what I'm gonna have to deal with when he's gone, and that's my kids being super needy, and not just needy, but like they're messy and they're loud and they fight a lot, and so for mental clarity to be able to handle all that without freaking out, it's just a lot easier when I have the house just clean. So that's the first thing that I do, even though I know that when my daughter comes home and everyone comes home from school and they're all together getting crazy wild, that by the end of the night, the house is just going to be like a total, I'll be back to where it was. You know, it just, my house just never stays clean, and I know that's like a concern for a lot of moms. Most moms find it maybe hard to stay on top of their house, but like my kids aren't normal and they mess up everything. Like, I don't know, like bananas on the floor, like what kids put bananas, like I'll find grimy stuff just like behind the couch. Like, how did a banana start fermenting behind the couch without me noticing? You know, stuff like that. I don't know. They just get pretty grimy. So as long as I can stay on top of the grimy stuff, that's my main concern. Like, you know, having clutter around or like toys laying around is one thing, but the grimy stuff, that's what really gets to me. So I try to stay on top of that. Keeps me ahead of the game, just having the house clean, because yeah, once my daughter goes to sleep, then I can just kind of pick it back up and stay on top of it. You know, I have my good days and I have my bad days with it. Some days I wake up in the morning and I have my coffee for like a good 2 hours after I get my daughter out to school and stuff like that, and then I'm like, okay, now I can start picking up the house, and you know, I can, sometimes I start making dinner early in the day because I like to have dinner done by the time my daughter comes home from school, because you know, I don't know about your kids, but my kids are like super hungry whenever they come home from school. It's like they don't get enough food, so I always like to have dinner done, because otherwise she'll go straight for the snack cabinet, and she'll just fill up on snacks, and when I have dinner finally done, she won't want to eat dinner. So I'll start making dinner at around 2 o'clock, because she gets home at around 3. Everyone eats and keeps them out of the snacks. But y'all, I'll go over some positives here, because I can get real negative about this like pretty fast, because it's just really hard. We live in Minnesota, like you all probably know, but it's like the dead of winter right now, and it can get depressing because there's not much to do, and like I said, I don't really I don't have the energy to play with my kids, honestly. Like, I'm just so busy, and I know I probably should, because I'll look back on these days and like wish that I would have played with them a lot more, but it's just hard. I don't have the energy to play with them. I don't have the energy to like do my makeup every day, or like wash my hair every day. Like, I can't even find the energy to like clean every day. Some days I just want to like, you know, chill and watch TV all day. I can get pretty lazy when Seth is gone. You know, let the house get dirty for like a whole day without cleaning it sometimes, because I'm just not up to it. But, you know, it's winter time and there's not much to do. So, yeah, I'll go over the positives though. One positive is that I get the TV all to myself. So I watch all the girly shows that I know Seth would never want to watch with me, or like I would never just like turn on while he's home, because he'd probably make fun of me. One show I watch is like Sweet Magnolias on Netflix. Show, so it's really corny and stupid, and I don't know why I watch it, but I just I get into it weirdly. I don't know. Um, I get the whole pot of coffee to myself. That's one thing. When Seth gets back home, and he usually makes the coffee in the morning. Um, but usually we split the pot in half. But when he's gone, I drink the whole thing. I get the bed, which is, I mean, my kids do sleep in the bed with me when he's gone, but like I have control over who sleeps where, and um, I don't know. It's cozier without him in bed. He takes all the blankets and squishes me. So, I mean, that's a plus. You get the bed to yourself. I get to make all of the foods that he won't eat. One thing you don't know about Seth is he is a super picky eater. Like, he doesn't like white sauces, so he doesn't like sour cream. So, like, beef stroganoff, which is something that I really like, is something that he would never eat. Yeah, I can make that. Chicken Alfredo. He doesn't like Alfredo sauce. Ribs. He doesn't like barbecue, so I could never make barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, or like things at the store that come in small packages that wouldn't feed our whole family but will feed us when he's gone. Like something like, beef ribs or, I don't know, maybe like a roast or something. Just something in smaller packages that I wouldn't normally buy, because like our family, we eat a lot of casseroles because there's, well, 6 of us if you include the baby, but like, so basically 3 adults because my oldest is 16. So we just make a lot of casseroles because it will feed like a whole entire family. So when he's gone, like, I've gotten steak before. Yeah, it's pretty good. But another thing with that too, though, is that I can cook less. Like, obviously it's just, me and my kids. So if I don't feel like cooking for the night, then it's just like something quick, like chicken strips or chicken nuggets or something in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you need an air fryer. My mom got me one for Christmas, and I didn't even think that I would use the thing, and I literally use it for like everything that I don't want to turn my oven on for. It's really cool. Along with the food thing, okay, so me and Seth use MyFitnessPal off and on. It's usually, I don't know, the way it falls, it's like he's not using it when I'm using it, or I'm not using it when he is, but like, so I don't know if this is like a binge eating sort of thing, but like when he's home, it's like a party at our house, and so Seth likes to hit up the good old dollar store and buy a bunch of treats and stuff, and he always has some sort of excuse for like why we need to get treats. And so we'll always have treats on the weekend, or we'll go out to eat or something, when Seth's home. So when he's gone during the week, it's a lot easy to count my calories and stay on track and do my intermittent fasting and like lose weight. But when he's home, it's a lot harder to stay on top of my diet. So that's another thing, I can stay on top of my diet when he's gone. And when it comes to our relationship, it's kind of good to have space sometimes, It makes you really miss the other person. And then when he's home, it's better quality time together. So even though we're pretty codependent on each other, it's still nice to like have that space, like so we can truly find who we really are. We talk a lot when he's home. Like, we're always talking about everything and anything. And so when he's gone, I can be more inside of my head sometimes and think about things, and not just about him and our relationship or anything, but just in life, Speaking of like talking to each other, it's not like we don't talk to each other. We're always talking to each other we leave each other voice messages through Messenger, which is really cool. Instead of like texting and stuff, because he can't really text, but even before when he could text while he worked, we always, like, this is something we've done for years. It's just like voice message each other. Like, we talk about everything, like future plans, you know, what's going on. Or I'll vent to him and be like, the kids are freaking bothering me. I can't take it. Everly did this. Rowan did that. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't think he really likes those messages very much, but I just have to do it. You know, it just helps to say it out loud and to be able to vent out loud. You know, and he understands. Because, like, well, one time he was like, it just makes it really hard when you leave me those voice messages, though, and I'm not there and there's nothing that I can do to help. And I was like, well, I have to be able to, like, vent to you about it, you know, like, because it just makes me feel better to just, like, say it out loud to somebody, because it really does get super difficult. Because, like I said, my kids aren't normal. They don't play with toys. They're always getting into things that they shouldn't get into, like toothpaste or things in the cabinets, like baking stuff and mixing it with weird, I don't know, they're always doing weird things, or like things they find on TikTok. Like, they have these those poppets, and they're always filling it with stuff, like mixing things and then pouring it into the poppets, and then they put it into the freezer and like freeze it, and then like once it's frozen they'll just like pop it out and be like, look what I made. And I'm like, oh my God, and then it like melts on the table. I gotta deal with just like so much stuff. It does get really hard when he's gone to deal with all the stuff all by myself. But I guess it's just what I signed up for, you know. And sometimes when you're dealing with all this stuff, you know, it's just easier to just not deal with the stuff, and you just like, I'm just gonna ignore everything that's going on around me. As long as nobody's getting hurt, everything's fine. The baby can eat things from off of the floor. It doesn't look rotten. They just dropped it probably 5 minutes ago, so she's keeping herself busy. They're tearing up their bedroom. I'll deal with it later. I'm good for now. You know, you just kind of gotta like grasp those mental moments when you can. Even if, you know, you probably should go check on your kids, but sometimes I anyway get so run down by the end of the night. I'm just like counting down. I'm like, is it time to go to sleep yet? Like, it'll be 7 o'clock and I don't go to bed until 10. I'm just like, I just want to call it a night. Seriously. I'm just like done with this right now. But we make it through. Everything's fine. They go to sleep and I find that silence in my life that I used to have a long, long time ago. And when I'm laying in bed, I can sleep a lot easier, because I'm like, this is the silence that I've wanted all day, and it feels so good. I'm so pathetic. But one thing you should know about me is that I am like super introverted. Like, okay, I'm a hairstylist, and in more ways than good, it's a bad job for me, kind of, because I have to like deal with people. So like, when I come home from work, I have a headache, and I just need to like lay down, and then the whole next day after work, I literally do not want to do like anything. Like, I feel like I just ran a marathon the day before or something. I don't know, but like, I just need to like unleash and be to myself in a way. Like I'm not up for much. It's super crazy, but if you're an introvert, like a true introvert, I know some people claim to be introverted who like aren't, like maybe there's a spectrum of introverted, but like I am like on this, like this is introvert, this is extrovert. I'm way over here. I am like super introverted. Um like before I had kids, um well, before I had my 3 other kids, I had my oldest when I was 18 years old. But like when he would go to school, I could sit like all day at home if I had the day off or something, like with no TV on, no music, no nothing, just in silence, and like just sit to myself and enjoy peace and quiet. Maybe read a book, take a bath or something. But that's just who I am, and I got the crazy idea to have 3 more kids who I love so much. Don't get me wrong there, but like they're loud. They're opposite from me, definitely, and it just drives me crazy sometimes, all the time, pretty much. But I love them. They're super funny. Like, don't get me wrong there. But okay, so coming back to my kids, another positive to Seth being out on the road is that I am my baby's favorite. Like, literally. It's so nice. She wants to cuddle with me, wants to be held by me, like, you know, is always looking at me to see if I'm watching her and stuff. But when Seth is home, I'm chopped liver. All my kids think I'm chopped liver. I'm boring. Like, basically, I'm Squidward. That's just, if there's any character of any show to like compare me to, I'm basically Squidward. Like, I played the clarinet in high school, but I like my peace and quiet. I like, you know, calm. Maybe I'm a little snooty or I don't know, but I'm Squidward. I'm chopped liver. My kids, I'm not the coolest, you know. But it is what it is. I can't change myself. But when Dad's gone, they like me a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. And another positive, though, to change the subject, is that we don't spend money when Seth is gone. I don't spend money. I don't do online shopping. I don't go anywhere, and that's another thing that makes it really hard with winter, is that I am home 24/7. If I don't go to work, I just stay at home inside my house, and that's probably why I get a little stir crazy or a little bored with winter right now. It's because I don't leave, but like I'm scared to leave, kind of, because like I don't know, like what if my car broke down and Seth isn't here, you know, my son's at school and I just like took the kids somewhere, which I never do. I like never take my kids in public. They're super hard to handle. So like grocery shopping, I just do Walmart pickup, and so I order everything on my couch, and then I'll have my oldest go pick it up from Walmart for me, which is like really nice that he has his license now, because like I just do my grocery shopping from my couch, and he picks it up, and we got food for the week. So, you know, you guys might think I'm lame and pathetic. I'm not lame and pathetic. I'm actually pretty cool. Like, I don't have any friends, and I prefer it that way, kind of. I'm just not the friends, like, I have friends on Facebook and stuff like that, but I'd rather keep it to, like, that extent. I don't know if it's maybe, like, social anxiety or something. I just don't know, like, if I'm alone with someone, like, what to talk about and stuff. And, like, a lot of the things that I like to talk about anyways are, like, things that, like, you just don't have normal conversations about with people, or, like, people don't find it cool. Like, you know, I like to talk about the universe and, like, science and philosophy and, you know, or, like business stuff like this. Like, I don't know, not many people really care to talk about like business or finances or like dieting. I don't know, I guess I could talk about with kids with people, but I just don't really want to. I'm not that type of person. So, like, I don't know, people are probably like, girl, you need to get some friends, you need to get out or something. And I'm just like, I don't do that. I don't like drink alcohol. I don't smoke weed, which I used to smoke weed, but I can't even smoke weed anymore because, like, I just get too much anxiety to where I feel like I have a heart attack. So, you know, I just don't connect with people in that way either. So I just pretty much stay home all week and do my thing at home, and it is what it is. But I really cannot wait for the weather to get nice because I'm super into gardening and flowers and plants, and that's just what I'm dying for. But here in Minnesota, you don't get, you can't do gardening stuff till like May, end of May, beginning of June. So I'm going a little stir crazy right now. So we're talking about getting a fence anyways this summer, because there's these neighbors we have that have like these dogs that get out, and one of them is a pit bull. But so I was hearing some noise out my front door, and there's this pit bull like right out front. I opened the door and it scared me, and then it like growled at me and kind of like stood there, and then it just like ran away. But I'm like, oh great, now I have to like think about my kids getting hurt by a pit bull if I want to go outside gardening. So a fence is just something that we like need. It was tearing something up out on the front step, so like I had to go out there with I brought a butcher's knife outside because I was so scared, and I had to pick everything up out on the front step. And I don't want to have to deal with that like nervousness. So yeah, we definitely have to get a fence. So I'm hoping to get a fence so that I can get up and get outside, bring my kids outside, and make things a lot easier for myself and for the kids. Be able to enjoy things. In our yard, of course. Like, I would love to be able to like take them fishing. We love fishing. I could totally take them fishing by myself, or like take them to the park, or anywhere. But I don't really go anywhere without Seth, especially with all of this like child abduction stuff. I just get nervous that someone's going to like take my kid and I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. One time we went fishing to this lake that's by our house, and there's a beach by it, and we were hanging out. You know, Seth went, whenever we go fishing, he always walks away from us, and he'll go like, you know, fishing on his own down the banks or whatever to find his own little fishing spot, 'cause he can't just stay in one spot. And I had all the kids with me, and all of a sudden this family, it was so weird. Like, the whole park was open. There were empty benches like everywhere, all up and down, because it's a huge park. And they literally sat in the bench right behind us, and they were like waving at like my kids and stuff like that, and like being all weird, like trying to get their attention. And I don't know, I just got like super weirded out. And luckily Seth came, because I wanted to leave. Like, I just don't like that sort of attention. I don't know when people get, like, too friendly, but they were, like, way too friendly to the point to where it got, like, super scary. And so he came, and then I was like, okay, Seth, let's go. And we started walking away. And then I looked back, and they started to leave, too. Like, and they were only there for, like, 5 minutes. So they they come up as a family, sit at a bench, watch us play, wave at my kids, and then I decide to leave, and then they decide to leave, like, right after. It was, like, the strangest thing. Like, could you imagine if I was alone? I don't know. Maybe they were normal people, but maybe not. So it's, like, one of my biggest fears is, like, being alone with my kids, and then someone decides to, like, take them. Like, I wish I could be more independent enough to, like, take my kids to the park, you know. Maybe there'd be other moms there, but maybe not. I don't know, because sometimes you go to a park and it's pretty empty, but I don't really have to scope some parks out or something. Anyway, this video is getting, like, really long, like 30 minutes, so anyway, some of the negatives. I've said a lot of the negatives when Seth is gone, but one thing is, okay, so me and Seth watch the good shows, you know, and when he's gone, I have to wait for him to come home to, like, continue watching our shows. Like, we're watching Inventing Anna right now, and I had to go, like, 4 days without watching it because he was gone. Everything that Seth normally does, I have to do, which is, it can be annoying sometimes, like, I have to take out the garbage, can you believe that? Or, like, when I have to take Everly out to the bus stop in the morning, you know, whatever, I guess. But the only annoying part about that is that my other kids will wake up early, and then, like, the baby, I'll have to take her outside with me. And, like, it's cold, so obviously she doesn't want to be outside. So my 16-year-old anyway, I'll be like, can you wake up at 7 tomorrow so I could take Everly out and you can, like, sit on the couch or something in case the baby wakes up. So that helps. He does that. Another thing is that it gets stressful when we're waiting on the next run to come in. And hoping that he gets a good run at a good time. Because, like, okay, so after he drops off a load, and then if he sleeps or whatever, and wakes up and he's open to take loads, like, I'm just sitting here waiting, hoping he gets one. And, like, he'll send me a bunch of voice messages, you know, and, like, it'll be about stupid, not stupid, but, like, you know, it's just not about things that I really want to hear. I want to hear about runs, and he's messaging me about, like, basketball things or, like, something on a podcast, and I'm like, dude, I'm thinking, you know, I'm getting all excited thinking he's like, yeah, we got to run to here, you know, it's a really good one. But no, it's always just, like, about Adam Devine or something on one of his podcasts, or who's that, Joe Rogan. I'm like, I don't care right now. Tell me that later. Some things are interesting, but, you know, just gets pretty stressful. It's also hard to keep the kids amused because, like I said, he's the fun one and I'm chopped liver. Oh, and then I turn into the bad guy. Because, like, I'm the one who has to, like, keep the kids in line, and, like, I really have to keep them focused, you know, because, like, they'll get out of hand real fast. And Seth is usually the nice guy, you know, and be like, you guys, or he'll, like, let them slide, but, like, you know, I can't let them walk all over me. I can't, you know, I have to keep them in line, so I turn into the bad guy, I guess. I'm just the chopped liver, uncool bad guy. But, you know, it is what it is. Can't let the kids walk all over you. You know, but so, yeah, I'm chopped liver, but I'm also their snack bitch, oddly enough. Like, I'm constantly peeling oranges or getting cereal they won't eat, making waffles they won't eat, cooking eggs and toast with ketchup, and I'll get ketchup on the toast, and then they'll send it away like, I ain't eating none of this now, bitch. And I'm just like, dude, you wanted it. What? But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm constantly making snacks or picking up the house, and the second I sit down, you know, one of my kids is like, I'm done, which means they want me to wipe their butt. So it's like I'm just doing all the grimy shit all day, the Charlie shit, like I said that Seth normally does, then it all becomes my job. So, you know, some days I'm on top of everything, and some days I just do the bare minimum and I don't want to do anything. And you know, sometimes I'm like, Seth, it's really hard. I can't clean the house today. I wanted to get it done by the time you come home, but there's no way I can get to it. I just don't feel like it. I don't think that I can do it. And Seth is such a sweet guy. I'm so happy that we're together. Everything's perfect about the way he handles me, and he's so sweet with me. He'll just be like, you know, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I'll help you clean it when I get home. And he tells me, no, what you're doing with the kids is a bigger job than what I'm doing, and I know how stressful it is. He's been alone with the kids and done all this stuff, and he says he couldn't do it. So, like, he knows. And I usually clean the house anyways, even when I say I can't. I say, you can do hard things. I tell myself that so much. There's so many hard things. It gets to the point to where, like, there's multiple hard things everywhere that I'm looking at in front of me, and I'm just like, I can do all these hard things. Okay, well, here I go. So anyway, I was talking about all the things. My camera died, by the way. This video is getting so long, I'm going to have to wrap it up soon, but, yeah. I always have all the things all the time, and it gets overwhelming, but eventually I get it done. This is the craziest child of mine. The craziest one. The one who's the craziest. But, yeah, and I don't get a lot of time to myself, and that's probably what makes it the hardest, is that I just, sometimes, you know, I've voice messaged Seth, like, it would be nice to just have a weekend where I could just go away to a hotel all by myself and just have time to myself, and that would be so great. Wouldn't it? But I have a baby who, like, needs me to put her to sleep, so that would never work. Yeah, my camera just won't keep a charge, so it died again. So we're using the GoPro. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, when Seth is home, he's really good about taking the kids with him to run errands, and I just, like, sit alone by myself to, like, do what I need to do, and that really helps a lot too. But I also wanted to say that with Seth's job, it serves a bigger purpose than just, like, working every day to make a living. We have things that we're working towards and goals that we're trying to achieve in life. So, you know, it's not going to be like this forever. He will be doing, like, cargo van stuff, you know, probably until he retires, because he really likes it. But, like, it's gonna eventually get to the point to where, you know, we're working towards FIRE. If you've ever heard about that, it's financial independence, retire early. So we're gonna get to the point to where, like, this is just going to become, hopefully, just supplemental, and he won't be gone for 4 days at a time or whatever, you know. So, you know, we're living like this now so that we can live happier later. And honestly, I'm happy that Seth can be happy doing what he does, and working for himself, because I wanted him to be happy because he does everything to make me happy. So, you know, it's good for now, and I can be strong and tough it out even though it gets hard. We're both really happy, and we talk about like how we're so blessed like every day that he has a job that he really loves, and how it's bringing us closer to our goals, and how everything just really worked out for us, like positively. Like it wasn't like climbing up a hill when we were trying to get this all set up. Everything just fell into place. So it's like we know that this is where we're supposed to be, you know, because just doors open for us, and we're really blessed, and it seems to be following some course that it seems that God has laid out for us. So you know, things will eventually get easier. Anyway, I really hope you liked my video. If you would like to maybe see like a day in the life or something, let me know in the comments below. I mean, I could probably put one of those together, as long as you don't mind a messy house. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share my video. It was nice talking with you, and I will see you again in the next video I do. So, peace.